Hey everybody, we're ready for our next week of math. This is our last full week, so let's finish strong, everybody. And just so you know, in your math packet, because it does look a little bit different than the reading and the writing, we are on week 4, day 1, okay? So make sure you flip. There's no page numbers in this, so you really have to pay attention to the top of each of these pages. So we're week 4, day 1. Okay, so for this, I love fractions. You guys know this is where we left off before school was out. We have to divide each set into equal groups. And then you're going to shade in some circles as directed. So they actually did this first one for you. Shade in 1/4 of the circles. Now there is a hint. Look what they did here. They actually, and I'll get my writing tool here, they split this into 4 parts. Do you see one? I'm going to make a big square. There's one part. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And they shaded 1/4. That's why they shaded these circles right here, these 5 circles. So now let's do A, shade 1/3, and there's a hint. Divide the set into 3 equal groups first. So where can I cut this to be 3 equal groups? Do you see it? I see it. 1 group, 2 group, 3 group. Now I have to shade 1/3. So shade 1/3. So you can just do this. That's one of those 3 pieces. Do you see how I did that? Okay, let's try B. Shade in 1/2 of the circles. Where can I cut this to be half, to split it in half? I'm going to cut it right here. Do you see I need 2 equal groups? I have 2 equal groups now. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Now I have to shade in one of those groups. I'm going to shade in this group. Now you can shade in each little circle. That's absolutely okay, or you can do it like this. Either way is correct. All right, I want you to try C and D, and I want you to try to do the challenge on your own. And this is a challenge because you have to shade in 3 of those fifths, shade in 2 of those thirds, and shade in 2 of those fourths. So finish this on your own. Now there is a little problem here. It says, find 2 fractions above that are equal. Write them here. So as you guys are doing this, when you're finished, see if you can find 2 of the fractions that are equal, that both show the same equivalent fraction. So when you find them, write them here. And then how do you know these fractions are equivalent? I promise you, there are 2 fractions here. You need to look that are equal. They're the same thing. The fractions look different, but they're equivalents. So see if you can find that. Once you do, write them here, and then tell me how you know. How do you know they are the same thing? Okay? All right, now let's go ahead and go to the number line problem. So for this, we have to mark and label each of the fractions on the number line. 1/2, whole number 1 and 1/4, 1 and 1/3, and 1 and 3/4. So first and foremost, I'm going to make my boxes around my whole numbers. This helps my brain make sure I put those fractions in the right place. So first of all, look at this, 1/2. Where's 1/2? It's not a whole, so I can't go past here. I got to be in front of here. But look, it's right here. 1/2 is 1/2 of 1. So it's got to be right here. I'll go ahead and get my text here in a second. 1/2 has to be right here. It's 1/2. Now, I'm going to cross this out because now I have the number 1 and 1/4. So it's got to be 1 and 1/4, 1 and 1/3, and 1 and 3/4. So before I even start this, I need to stop and think. When I talk about fourths, thirds, and 3/4, I think about, and I'm going to draw an example here. If I have a square and I have 4 pieces to it, you just got done doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if I have 1/4, it's this much right here, this little piece. So look how close that is to the 1. 3/4 would be 3 of these pieces. Now, if I were to think about thirds, though, thirds are a little bit different because thirds are going to look a little bit different because I only need 2 lines. So if I have something in thirds, 1/3 is here. So the first thing I need to think about is 1/4 or is 1/3. which is smaller between these two? Which one is tinier? And if I look at my picture, this would be a third, and a fourth would have to be smaller because I need another line there. So 1 1/4 would probably be right here. And then 1 1/3 would probably be, it's a little bit bigger, isn't it? It's just a little bit bigger, maybe right here. See, you're guesstimating. You're putting it the best place that you think makes the most sense. So this is 1 1/4 right here. And then this one I'm going to write it under because my text is kind of big. This says 1 1/3. 1 1/4 right here, and then 1 1/3 would have to be a little bit bigger because look how I had to move my lines over. 1 1/3. And then that leaves 1 3/4. So 1 3/4. Just a minute ago I had all my fourths up, and I'll redraw them. If I have 1 3/4, right, I need to think about how that is almost a whole. I'm almost to a next whole number. So 1 3/4 is probably going to be about right here. And again, I'm guesstimating. So if it's not perfect, that's okay. But I do know it's in the right kind of vicinity of where it should be. So this is 1 1/4, 1 1/3, 1 3/4. So I split my number line up differently. All right. Now, let's look at our last problem. It's called a round and round, and we had this in last week's lessons. Remember, in the circle puzzles, if an arrow is dashed, it means you add. If the arrow is whole, it means you multiply. So let's try this. What is 5 plus 9? They told you up here, but you're going to write it in here. The answer is 14. Now, what is 6 times what equals 12? Or 12, remember the opposite is divided. Remember, whenever you don't know what that multiplication is, you can go the opposite way. 12 divided by 6 equals, your answer should be 2. Now, for this one, you have a puzzle, and it's a little tricky because look, 5 plus what equals what? You don't know this. 6 plus something equals 17. Now, here's the key here. I should not start with this bottom pyramid. I need to start with this one because look, I know at least 2 numbers. So I can think of my problem. 6 plus what equals 17? Or 17 minus 6 equals what? So figure out what this number is here. 6 plus what equals 17? 17 minus 6 equals something. Once you figure out this number, then it's easy. Then you can just do blank minus 5 equals this, or 5 plus blank equals blank. So you have to figure out this pyramid first. I'm putting a line. You got to figure out this pyramid first before you figure out this one. So go ahead and give this a try and see if you can figure out these 2 missing numbers. You guys are going to rock this today. Today's lesson's pretty short and sweet. You have this one on your own. We did the number line together, and then you guys have the rest of these fractions to do by yourself. You guys rock. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great, awesome day. Bye, everybody.